Hey everyone, I'm going to do a tutorial for you right now on how to use these Israeli Tichels that we sell here at Wrapunzel. Hopefully this tutorial will be somewhat all-inclusive. I'm going to show you basically just some very basic things to do with it, and then you can be as creative as you want with those basics. As I untie what I have on right now, I'll tell you a little bit about these tichels and the origin of why we started selling them. When we first started selling, basically Israeli tichels are actually, you can buy a lot of different kinds of tichels in Israel, but these are kind of just known by that name. Because they're pretty common there. They are very, very light, perfect for the summer, and basically the ones you can usually buy in Israel are extremely, extremely, extremely thin. So thin that usually after the first time you use them, they develop holes and runs, but they're so thin that sometimes they're thin enough that you can see your hair underneath, but most are okay. But they're extremely versatile, meaning that you can make sashes out of them, you can layer them easily. But a lot of the problems we had when we stocked these was just the quality was not consistent, the colors weren't consistent, and it was kind of, we just didn't have that. It was a bit of a lack of integrity for our store. We just could not stock them anymore. So we decided to make our own, and when we decided to make our own, we decided to make them of a higher quality material. They are 100% cotton, and the colors are consistent. And what else? They're a bit bigger, so they're easier to use if you're wearing a bigger volumizer. And we also can choose the lurex striping that you can put on them. They're basically really, really amazing. So here I've got 3 that I'm going to work with. I'll share with you today. I'll just start with this blue one. This is the blue with rainbow threads. As you can see, it is a true Wrapunzel Tichel. It's got a Wrapunzel label on it. Yeah, it's amazing. Very exciting for us. And I'm wearing it right now with the signature shaper. Now you can wear it without a shaper at all, and this particular first style I'm going to show you is really easy to do without a shaper, just with your hair in a bun at the back of your head. And basically what you do is you take the square scarf and you put 2 of the opposite ends together to make a triangle. Now if you want to keep the labels in but don't want them showing, for this style, well, they're pretty easy to rip out, to be honest. We decided to make them easy to rip out in case you don't want them there. But for this style, you would want the labels to then be in the middle of the scarf. So now I've made my triangle. I'm going to place it at the front with the kind of middle end, the tail end in the middle, and then these 2 long ends flapping right here. And then you just want to make sure that this is nice at the front. I find the easiest thing to do is kind of take this middle end and flip it up until I'm done my work. And then you take these 2 side ends and just tie them. Now would be a good time to decide if you want your ears in or out. I am going to leave mine in right now, but I'll take them out probably later in the day because it's really hot. So right now I'm kind of adjusting to make the front flat. Usually goes flat on the first try. I actually like to just put my front, just fold it a bit underneath my shaper to get it really, really seamless, but I'm a perfectionist like that. Not everyone really needs to do that. Okay, so what I have here, I posted a picture of myself wearing 3 of these yesterday, and I basically tied 3 of these exactly like this, like just boom, 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 and then kind of brought them over my side, and they were just all lying down nicely. You can actually wash these quite easily. The colors do bleed, but the quality is not compromised. They might become a little bit softer through the wash. Obviously, delicate wash or hand wash or something like that would be highly recommended. So this is the first style. You can just wear it exactly like this. This is how my Rebbitzin wears his tichel. But if you want to make a basic bun, the best way to do that is to take the middle right here, kind of loosen your knot a bit, and then bring your middle end underneath. You can see what I'm doing. You bring that underneath and then pull here. Once again, you can just wear it like this with the 2 ends hanging down. But if you want to make a basic bun, then what I do is I kind of take these ends and fold them in to create a nice seamless sash. and then bring that around. You can really easily do this without barely any hair, or with just a small bun at the back. You don't need a bun that big. Oh, someone up there. Hi, Maritza. And then you can take this end and do the exact same thing. Okay, it's very loud in my house today, so that's why I'm out here doing this tutorial out here. Okay, so that is the basic bun. Now, if you want to get more fancy and do layers, let me just show you a little of what you can do. With these, you can also use them to make a sash. And the way you do that is kind of just by folding it in on it. It's a little hard sitting on these stairs. You fold it in on itself. You just make a little sash like this. And it's easy peasy. You just kind of can do it like this, and now you've got a golden sash to go around it. Nice, right? Okay, beyond that, I'm going to take this bun down. You can easily do a bun like this with 2 scarves, and you can kind of twist up the ends around each other. If you want to try to wear this with a very big shaper, then it might be difficult for you to get these ends going all the way around. So if your ends are not going all the way around, then you can do this, which is like just tie a knot at the top. And it's like the triple C technique. Then you just can do this on the side and then do the same on the other side. And you got like a nice little twist, and then you don't have to worry about tucking it in. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that braid that I had on at first. And I'm taking now a second scarf. I'm leaving this tucked in. Taking a second scarf. Flipping up the middle end. Now taking these 2. And the more you work with these, the more they just become very easy to work with because they're cotton. Tying a knot at the bottom here. I'm not tying it too tight because I am going to tuck this under. Whether you tuck this under the first knot or the second knot is up to you. There it is, under the first knot. I'm not being too picky about how the back looks because I'm going to cover it up with yet another one. Here's my black one with rainbow threads. So pretty. There we go. I really love this yellow. I don't usually wear yellow by my face, but I love wearing yellow, so I'm working it in where I can. Same thing. Tie it once, but pretty loosely because you want to have room to get this underneath. And then same thing. It's quite a bit of cloth to work with once you have 3 on, but I've seen people use a lot of these at once, and it's totally possible. Now what I want to do is I want to tighten the back, so it just looks good. Okay, now what I'm going to do, this is just to get the style that I had on before. You know what, I'm going to let my ears out, so this is just kind of pull them out, because it's hot outside today. And then I'm just going to make a braid. I'm not going to make it too tight because I really don't want to shorten these tails. Once again, this braided style works best with a low bun. If you have a high bun or a Wendy, then you might not be able to get it over completely. And if that's the case, then I would recommend either just leaving the braid down or making 2 braids and then bringing them up together and then twisting them at the top. I can show you how to do that. So you don't have to secure the bottom because you're going to be tucking it under. And see, like even now, it's not the easiest to get around, and I don't have a very big head. You kind of have to pull it to really make sure that it's going to get all the way around. So once again, if you have a big bun or a high bun or a bigger head, this might be more difficult for you to do. And then I would just recommend braiding the other side and then doing that twist technique I showed you earlier. But I'm just taking this and tucking it around here. There we go. And there's, you know, sometimes you get little ends sticking out like this. And then I'm going to take this end as well. braid it in the same way. So basically have fun with these. They're perfect for sunny days, working out. They're 100% cotton. They're extremely versatile, flexible, very good with hot weather. They look great on your own. They look great layered as well. And I really love the fact that we can offer you guys the different colored looks. Oh, look what happened. Okay, so you know what's really cool is because when you fold it like a triangle, then these stripes go a certain way. So these ones are going this. I didn't even mean to do this. These ones are going this way, and then these are going this way, and then that's going that way. So you can definitely play around with that. It's a lot of fun. This is how I do the bottom. I just have one tail that's slightly longer than the rest, but you could use a hair elastic. I just tie a knot at the bottom, and there you go. It's really quite easy. Again, if this had not come around, then I would tie a knot at both bottoms and have just brought this around and kind of like twisted them around each other at the top and then tucked it in at the side, which is then you kind of get this double braid look. But I'm going to leave this down because I like having it down. But actually, you know, I like it up. You have options, ladies, so many options. You can have fun with lots of twists with this as well. I personally find with these Israeli Tichels, I like to wear it with like a bit of a smaller bun at the back because it just feels a little more right. They're not very bulky. They're just perfect for that sort of look. Okay. This is certainly not perfect here. I will probably go inside. I can't really see the back of my head, but I would go inside and adjust. It's not going to budge. These are also Tichels that if you for some reason don't want to wear a velvet headband or anything underneath, I mean, you're not going to get the same anti-slippage, but they are cotton, so they are really, really not going to slip, slip much less than anything else. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. I hope I covered as much as I can. It's been 12 minutes and I know this is a long video. So enjoy and let us know what you think. Bye.